In this video, I'm going to show you what to me is the best WordPress theme for an online business WordPress website. Now, to me, the perfect WordPress theme for an online business website has to have three key capabilities. Now, the first key capability is that it's got to be quick to set up. If in the process of switching to this new theme, if it takes forever to set it up because it's technically complex and you keep hitting snags in the process, that's no good to you. You've got a business to run. You've got a full plate. So no matter how much better this new theme is than the theme that you're currently using, if it takes forever to set up, that's no good. Now, the second key capability the perfect theme has to have is that you've got to be able to customize it to exactly how you want. You want to give your audience members, your students, your paying members the best possible user experience. You want your content to be easy to find. You want your checkout process to be low friction. You want the lowest possible number of clicks to accomplish anything on your website, and so on. Now, the third key capability a perfect WordPress theme should have, especially for an online business website, is that it's got to have some of the critical online marketing elements built right into the theme. Elements like opt-in forms, integrations with the email marketing service that you're using, landing pages to offer lead magnets and help you build your email list, and sales pages for your course, membership, or other products. Now, you can always use a separate plugin to implement these marketing elements, but then you got to be concerned with, is this other plugin going to play well with your existing theme and with the other plugins you already have on your website? So there's an advantage definitely to having all these capabilities built right into the theme. Now, as you can probably tell from what I just said, I've got a theme to show you in this video that has all three of these capabilities. Now, what is this theme? I'm not going to keep you in suspense. This is Thrive Theme Builder. That's the theme's name, and it's from Thrive Themes, the company, which is a well-respected and well-established WordPress tools company. And in fact, these three key capabilities that I just mentioned, there's so much to talk about and to show you for this theme that I can't do it all in just one video. So I'm going to devote a separate video to each one of these key capabilities. In this video that you're watching right here, I'm going to show you how quickly you can set up this theme out of the box and have a professionally designed, polished website with your branding elements in place and all these online marketing elements that I just mentioned built right in and ready to go. Now, stay watching this video to the end because I'm going to show you a bonus tip toward the end that will allow you to test out Thrive Theme Builder so you can see if you like it and also if it plays well with the other plugins and other tools you already have installed on your live website. Now, as many of you know, what you want to do here is not to disturb your live business site, but to make a copy or clone it so you have what's called a staging site to test out Thrive Theme Builder or any other changes you want to make to your live business website. So in my bonus tip, what I'm going to show you is a way to create a staging site to make an exact clone of your live business website that is trustworthy, safe, and on top of everything else, it's dead simple to do. So if you're at all interested in trying out Thrive Theme Builder, or even if you're not, but you want to know a safe way that you can test out any changes you want to make in the future to test out something on your website, stay tuned for my bonus tip on safely and simply setting up a staging site. Hey there, Kevin here from Do Your Dream Work, and I'm all about helping you with the various aspects of profitably running your online course or membership business. Now, recently, I started to build a brand new website for my website, Do Your Dream Work. And yes, this Thrive Theme Builder is the theme that I use. I can tell you that I'm very impressed with this theme, and it really is thoughtfully designed. There are features that you'd be hard-pressed to find within the same theme. So alright then, let me get on my computer and show you on my screen how quick and easy it is to set up this theme. Alright, so right after installing Thrive Theme Builder on your WordPress site, you're going to be greeted by the Site Wizard feature. And the Site Wizard is going to guide you through a series of steps. And at each step, you're choosing a default template for one of the key elements on your website. And the way the templates work is that they're going to apply across your website. So wherever this element is deployed on your website, it's going to use that template. So for example, you're going to be choosing a blog post template. So all your blog posts on your website typically should look the same, should have a consistent look and be on brand. And by choosing your blog post template here in one of the steps in the site wizard, you're going to be able to do that with just a couple of clicks. All right, let me take you through these steps and you'll see how quickly this goes. So the first two elements are your branding elements. First one is your logo. All right, and I already did these two steps. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Now you're looking at two copies or two versions of my logo, Do Your Dream Work, and there are two color inverted versions. As you can imagine, the dark color version looks best on a light background, and likewise, the light color version looks best on a dark background. And while you do have to generate a color inverted version of your logo yourself, it's pretty easy to do on a site like Canva. And once you upload both versions at this step in the Thrive Theme Builder site wizard, Thrive Theme Builder will know which version to use based on the background it's displayed in. All right, then next step is your brand color. And what you want to do here is really to enter the hex code for your brand color. If you like, you can also move the selector around on a palette to choose your brand color. Mine is green, this green color here. So that's all you have to do this step. So next step, we move on to the header. And toward the top right of the screen, there's a drop-down menu, and you click it and it will show you all of these pre-designed header templates that you can choose from. There are many of them, as you can see, and they're annotated, and you can, both by looking at it and checking out what's included on the header, you can choose the one that both you like the look best and also that it suits your purposes best. They all have your logo and obviously menu items. Some of them have a call to action button, which can be really useful, and some of them have a search box, and some also have spots for social links and phone number. Just to show you how this works, once I just selected just now, it shows me what that looks like. And actually what I want is this one. And again, it shows you immediately what that looks like, and it's done. And because it's a template, this applies across your entire website. So this will be the header for your entire website. Next, choose your footer section template, and the same deal here. Toward the top right of the screen, drop down menu again shows you the pre-designed, professionally designed footer sections. And again, there are various elements included, and you can see from the annotated text what's included on the footer section. And also just by looking at it, some have a contact form, some have an opt-in form, some have social, some are tall. And tall footer sections are good if you have a large site and with many sections in your website. So there are many links to these various sections on your website. So a tall footer section that can accommodate many links and organize them well, that's going to be good for that. And if you're just starting out, or you have a small site with few sections, so few links, then a shorter section should fit the bill there. So just to let you know, just to let you see how this looks like, and this one has the opt-in form. So I'm going to choose a shorter one, and this is what I've selected. And as you can see, the light version of my logo is shown here because it's on a dark background. All right, next you're going to choose your home page template. And now I already have chosen it. So you see this here. When you're just going through the site wizard for the first time, you wouldn't actually have a homepage template displayed in front of you because you haven't chosen it yet. And the way you choose it is the same as before. Toward the top right of the screen, drop down menu, and that gives you the various homepage template
choices. Now, these templates, just like the header and footer templates and the templates for the various elements that are coming up in the next few steps, I say they are professionally designed, and they're not just professionally designed in the sense of being aesthetically pleasing, but it means just as much that they are based on Thrive Theme's extensive experience in online marketing best practices. As they say, their products and their company is conversion focused, and all of their products over the years have been designed with effective online marketing in mind. For instance, you see liberal use of opt-in forms, which help you build your email list. And that's just one example. Now, as far as opt-in forms go, I'll have more to say about that shortly. Now, so here, just select one, and I'm going to select another one just to show you. They have one that's content focused if you produce a lot of content, as in blog posts, etc. And that's what this looks like. And also notice that when you make a selection, when it's displayed, it already took into account my brand color and logo. So, and also, for example, the text you see in front of you, the green text, the more engaging is in my brand color. The button colors and all the color accents, wherever they are displayed across the website, have taken into account my brand color. Like this green bar here, and again, green. So I'm gonna choose the one I had chosen. This that I'm gonna choose here is a personal branding homepage template. All right, this is what template looks like, and I'll come back to this later on in this video. So now let's move on to the next step, which is to select the template for a single blog post. And again, top right drop down gives you choices you can choose from. There are some of the options are how wide the featured image is, with or without a sidebar, and so you can look at these and choose the one that you like best. And this is the one that I've chosen, which is a full width feature image with a sidebar. And that's what that looks like, a typical blog post. Feature image on top, and now we're looking at the content area, and there's a right sidebar, suggested blog posts area, then comments, and then in this bottom section of the blog post, there's also a call to action, an opt-in form. All right, let's move on to the next step, which is the blog list page. And this is the sort of the main page of your blog that basically lists all your blog posts. Not all your blog posts, but some of the more recent blog posts that you have. And again, you can see that what's displayed here reflects my brand colors already. Now, I've already chosen this because I've already gone through the site wizard. But again, top right drop down menu gives you the choices. And as you can spot the pattern by now, there are lots to choose from. And again, they're all annotated, and you can also just see what each of the blog list page templates look like. I think the two main categories here are the grid-based layout of the posts and the list-based layout of the posts. And let me just switch to a grid one. This is called a masonry with a sidebar. And the grid layout is a good one for folks who publish frequently. And so within a week, they may have several new blog posts out. And so this will be able to accommodate, see, you can list quite a few of your most recent blog posts here. Now, if you publish less frequently or a lot less frequently, but each one of your posts are pillar posts that are really in-depth, epically written content that can serve as references on the topic and so on, then you might want to choose the one that I chose, which is a list format with a pretty big feature image on top and the excerpt underneath. And so this will have fewer most recent blog posts listed here, but each one of the blog posts will be featured more prominently. All right, so that's the blog list page. Then we move on to what's called a page, a default page. Now, what this default page is intended to be is it's going to be for your about pages, other pages on your site that's static, like your legal pages, terms, privacy policy pages. Again, as you know by now, clicking the top right will give you the options, the other options, and you can choose one. Then the last item is menus. Now, you're going to set up the menus on your WordPress site the way you've always set them up in the menu section of your site. And typically, you're going to have a primary menu, a main menu that's going to display in your header, and possibly a sub menu that's going to be displayed on your footer. So your header and footer menus, you can link to them here. So if you've already defined the menu items for your header menu and your footer menu, you just simply click the drop down here on the header. You can, so I have already a main menu set up, and just choose that. And in the footer menu, I'm still in the process of finalizing the selections I want on there. So there's an option here that says I will choose later, and you can do that. And also, if you have no menu defined yet, that's perfectly okay. There's the bottom button here on this page says continue without choosing a menu. So you can activate menu, which is this blue button here, or you can continue and come back later on to choose to link to your menu. All right, we're done with the site wizard setup process. Now keep in mind that you will need to swap out the placeholder text and placeholder images you see across your website, but that goes without saying. But other than that, you have a website. All right, let's see what your website looks like just after going through the steps of the site wizard. Let's start with our home page. Now again, you obviously want to swap out the text and image you see here with your own. And in case you're wondering, it's easy to edit and customize any and all elements across the website that you built with Thrive Theme Builder. And I'll actually show you in a separate video editing and customizing the elements and sections you see on any page across the website that you built with Thrive Theme Builder. So definitely look for that. The link to that video will be in descriptions below this video. So now with this hero section, what you want to do here is to let your audience know what your value proposition for them is. What are the main goals that you want to help your audience achieve? And you can also offer a lead magnet that is a common struggle that your audience has, or a question they commonly ask. And in that case, all you would have to do, because there is an opt-in form right here, all you'd have to do is to connect this opt-in form to the email marketing service that you use. And below that, one of the main purposes of your homepage is to let your audience know what you're all about. All right, the overall value proposition of your business. Another very important purpose of your homepage, though, is to let your audience know, so generally you're in the right place. Now, what should your audience's next step be? All right, based on their stage in their journey, whether they're beginner, they're more advanced, and so on. What content should they consume next on your website? As this grid of options show here, you can have if you're a newbie or if you're new to this site, here are some resources, here are some blog posts, or here are some videos you should watch first. If you have a podcast, that can be another element on this grid. And recommended tools, that's another one. And check it out, could be a product that you have. It could be a beginner's course on something. So again, overall, this is going to help your audience know what they should do next that will be helpful to them. All right, then below that, now what I have done is to just put a few of my blog posts, which are just videos that I've put up on YouTube, on my WordPress site here. And this is just so you can see, because otherwise it will show empty spaces. So that's what this block list section looks like on the homepage. And then below that, you can show your bio in this section. And below that, some testimonials from your students or members that you've helped and the awesome things they say about you. And then below that, an opt-in form, again with my brand color. Now this is the second opt-in form you've seen on this homepage, along with the one in the hero section at the top. And if you remember, as we went through the selections of the templates in the steps in the site wizard, we also saw a lot of opt-in forms within those templates. And opt-in forms, of course, are crucial to help you build your email list so that you get plenty of qualified candidates for your online course, for your membership site, or any other digital product. Now, with Thrive Themes, the company, as well as Thrive's products, including Thrive Theme Builder, their focus from the time they started their company has always been on online business and online marketing elements built into their products. And that focus is reflected in, among other things, all these opt-in forms that you see across the pages on this website. Now, in contrast to that, the vast majority of the free versions of WordPress themes don't have opt-in forms. And surprisingly, for premium WordPress themes, a good portion of those also don't have opt-in forms. Now, with Thrive Theme Builder, not only do they have opt-in forms, they have templates for landing pages offering lead magnets, and also templates for sales pages for your online course, membership site, or other digital products. Now, you haven't seen some of these templates yet, and because there's quite a bit to talk about and to show you, I'm devoting a separate video where I'll talk about and show you online marketing focused key elements, including opt-in forms that are built into Thrive Theme Builder. Now, the link to that video will also be in the descriptions below this video and also other videos on my channel. Right now, let's go check out the block list page. All right, in the top banner here, it's using my brand color and it's got my logo at the top left there. And if you remember, this is the template that we chose as we went through the site wizard. It has a sidebar and it's a list format. So it's a list of my blog posts. And this is where the featured image is pretty big. All right, I'm going to scroll down. And below this list of blog posts, again, there's your opt-in form for this page. Again, helping you build your email list. Now let's take a look at a single blog post. So I'm going to scroll up here. And before I click on one of these blog posts, I just want to mention something that's pretty obvious to you probably, is that as you publish new blog posts, they're going to automatically be pulled in here on this blog list page with your most recent blog post be the one on top. That's the way usually blog list pages work, and that's no exception here. So I'm going to click into this blog post, and this is the template that I chose as we went through the wizard process. And I chose a featured image area that's full width. Now I have a video here, but if you have a text blog post, this would be the featured image area. And as I scroll down, this template has a sidebar. And so as I keep scrolling down here, this is the related posts section. And then below that is the comments area. And then below that is yet another call to action. My audience members would be directed to an opt-in form when they click through this button. And since this call to action is on a template for a single blog post, this is a great spot for offering a lead magnet to your audience that's a content upgrade for this particular blog post. Makes this blog post here even more valuable for your audience. All right, now let's go check out the About page. Now this template was the page template or the default page template. And again, as I mentioned before, this is for your static pages on your website, your About page, your legal pages, which is your terms page, privacy policy page, and the like. And notice that it's on brand. It has my brand color in the top section, the bottom section, my logo is here. And this is all just from choosing those two branding elements in the first two steps of the site wizard process. Now, the content of your About page will of course go in this white area here. And below that in the bottom section, there is yet another call to action. So this is yet another opportunity to build your email list. So right, those are the main pages and sections for this website. And we've arrived at all of this just after going through that short setup process, that is the site wizard process, toward the beginning of the video. Now I timed it. We spent about 10 to 11 minutes going through the site wizard process. So in 10 to 11 minutes out of the box, you get a website that's polished, professionally designed, with your branding elements in place, and very importantly, having these call to actions, opt-in forms, placed across your website wherever they make sense, so that you can build your email list and keep building your email list as you build out your blog's content.
All right, earlier in the video, I said that I'm going to give you a bonus tip for how you can clone your live business website and create a staging site that's an exact copy of your live business website, so that you can test out Thrive Theme Builder or any other changes you want to make to see if it's compatible with and will play well with your existing plugins and any other tools or anything else in the exact configuration your WordPress website is in right now. So all right then, let's now get into this bonus tip for how to safely and easily create a staging site. Now, for cloning your website and creating this staging site, you have two options. Now, the first option is that if your current web host is one that you trust and you're on a hosting plan that includes staging site capability and it is one-click creation of your staging site. If it checks all these checkboxes, then I would say go ahead and create your staging site via your web host. Now, on the other hand, if you're not sure if you can trust your web host, let's say you're starting out and you're not going with the best web host, and if you're on a lower level plan that doesn't include staging site capability and you don't want to switch to a higher level plan just to do this staging site, or if you have the first two items but it's not a one-click creation of your staging site with your web host, let's say it's some technical process that you're just not sure if you're not going to make a mistake, then I've got a really simple, safe, and trustworthy way for you to do this. This is a WordPress plugin called WP Staging. It's aptly named, and this is built by a trustworthy plugin developer with a great track record. I've used this myself. This plugin has a free version, and that can do the staging site creation for you. And as I said, on top of all of this, it's dead simple to create your staging site. It's literally one click. You haven't done anything, and you will not do anything on your WordPress site that's this simple again. All right, you probably don't believe me, but let me show you just how simple it is to create this staging site.
All right, I think you really are going to be mind blown how easy it really is to set up your staging site using this plugin. So I'm on the plugins page in my WordPress site, and all you do is add this plugin the way you add any other plugin. Add new, and you just type in here WP Staging, the name of the plugin, and that should be the first selection. And as you can see here in the top left here, WP Staging, that is the plugin, and it has 70,000 plus active installations, and it has a 5-star rating. And I've used this plugin before. It really is a terrific plugin. All right, now I've already installed this, so that's why it says active. So you would just hit install now and then activate. So now after you've activated this plugin, just go to WP Staging on the left sidebar here. All right, there's only one button here on this page. That's this blue button, Create New Staging Site. Now before we go ahead and do that, let me just show you the site that I'm going to be cloning and making a staging site of. Now, this is a demo site. I'm making an exact copy of this site. All right, I want to draw your attention real quick to the top WordPress menu bar, which is this black bar, and it's in its usual black color. Now, the staging site, that same bar is going to have a different color, and that's how you tell the two apart. And so you don't, by accident, start making changes to your live site. So, all right, let's go back to the WP Staging page. All right, so that blue Create New Staging Site button, I'm going to click on that. Now, it's going to ask you to enter a name for it. In case you have multiple staging sites, you can tell them apart. So I'm just going to say Test Staging 1. All right. Now, if you are at a more advanced knowledge level and you want to actually select what databases you want to clone versus not clone, you can do that.
But if you are just going to make an exact copy of your live site, I would just leave this as is. All right, that's the database tables, and the same thing with the files drop down. I would just leave it as is, and then you don't have to touch that really. All you have to do is just click this one click on this button, start cloning, and you can see the progress in this black window here. And by the way, this plugin uses an advanced algorithm so that it works quicker than other plugins that do staging. All right, so this is done. All right, that's it. You're done creating your staging site. It says congratulations at the top here. And then in the message below, one of the messages it's telling you is the staging site top menu bar will be orange. And that's how you can tell that you're working on the staging site and not your live production site. Now let's open our newly created staging site. The link is right below congratulations here. You can also use this blue open staging site button. Now, what is really awesome about this plugin is that your staging site is actually protected not only from the public, but also from Google indexing that site, because you wouldn't want to, for SEO reasons, have Google index your staging site. So WP Staging puts this authentication screen so it wouldn't be indexed. And the credentials you use to access your staging site are the same as what you use on your live production site. All right, and that is the exact same copy of the site as my live site, as the one you saw before. And as you can see, the top WordPress menu bar is now orange, this bright orange color. And at the left of the orange bar, your site's name is now also going to be preceded by staging in all caps. And now this is an exact copy as your live site, but because it is a completely separate clone of your live site, you can now go ahead and make any changes you want to this website, including trying out Thrive Theme Builder, installing any new plugins, just any changes you like. And I'm just gonna get to the dashboard here. And again, everywhere you navigate, the top WordPress menu bar is orange, and it tells you that you're on the staging site and not your live production site. I highly recommend this plugin for testing out any changes before you actually make those changes on your live site. All right, so that's one of 3 key capabilities of Thrive Theme Builder that made me conclude that it's the best WordPress theme right now for an online business WordPress website. So be sure to check out the videos on the other 2 key capabilities. The link to those videos are in the descriptions below this video. If you run a WordPress site for your business and you're tired of getting bogged down in dealing with tech issues involved in running your WordPress site, and you'd rather spend more of your time and focus on running your business and helping your customers, I wanted to let you know that I offer several done-for-you WordPress services, including WordPress maintenance, WordPress hosting, and that's where I host your WordPress site for you in addition to maintenance, so I take the whole tech load off your shoulders. It also includes setting up your WordPress membership site using learning management system plugins like Thrive Apprentice, membership plugins, other types of plugins, as well as other tools to make sure your WordPress membership site functions correctly and runs smoothly. At any given time, I may have other WordPress services. Now, these services are aimed at 1, freeing up your time so that you can spend more of your time and focus on running your business and helping your customers, and 2, giving you the peace of mind in knowing that the tech side of things is being taken care of, all tech issues are addressed promptly, and your WordPress sites are running smoothly. Now, if you're interested in any of these services, please check out my WordPress services page. The link to that is on the screen right here and also in the descriptions below this video. Now, as you can imagine, because these services do involve me spending time on them, there's a limited number of spots available at any given time. So if you are interested, please go ahead and reach out to me per what you see there on my services page. And if you have any other questions about my services, you can also ask me there. All right, now, if you have a WordPress plugin you'd like to see me review or do a walkthrough of its functionality, or if you want to implement some functionality on your WordPress site and you're not sure what plugin or plugins to use for that, just let me know what that is in the comments below this video. If I see a few of these and if I can fit it into my schedule, I'll be happy to do a run through or to answer your question in a future video on this channel. Alright, now, if you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does make a big difference. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for all notifications whenever I post another video on online courses, membership sites, or WordPress. Now, for more information on online courses, membership sites, or WordPress right here, right now, be sure to check out this video I have linked on the screen right here. I'll see you there.